experience kind of ended, and by this point I'm just shaking. It's like, oh, that's really, really weird, really strange. So then when I took a shower, I kind of relaxed, and okay, wow, that was really heavy. And when I was doing this, I had an eagle feather with me. And I just had it kind of sitting in front of me, and I hadn't done anything with it for that particular experience, but I went and I picked up this feather, and I was going to go put it back, where it belongs at my house. And so, I pick up this feather, and I'm walking with it, and I keep feeling something with the feather, and it keeps feeling like wind is pushing it or something, but I'm in my house, there's no wind, I can feel the air's not moving. So then I start to move it around. I was like, what is this? And as soon as I started to move it, I realized, oh my God, this is the exact same energy that I can feel with the ayahuasca, with the 5-MeO-DMT, and with the salvia. And I'm just, whoa! I'm just like running around my house. Like, this is so bizarre. How can this be? I mean, there's nothing in my system at this point. I mean, salvia's very fast. You're in and out in 15 minutes. This is a good 2 hours later. I'm running around. I was like, what the hell is this? And I kind of played with that for a while. And eventually, the thought occurred to me. It's like, I'll ask a question. Why not? This is kind of fun. We're playing a game. Why not? So I said, I'm kind of following this around, just sort of dancing around my house. I was like, well, whose energy is this? I just kind of verbalized out loud. I really got into this process of talking to myself during this period. By outside observers, like, ooh, that dude's totally nuts. That's okay. So I asked, whose energy is this? And then, I'm just following this. It's like, it's like there's currents in water, and you can feel it. If you put your hand on the water, you can feel where the current is and where the resistance is and everything else. And that's what this was like. It's like I'm just following these currents of water or energy. So anyway, we're working with this feather, and it suddenly comes and like I'm holding it, and it's like swirling right here on my heart. I was like, that's weird. Let's try that again. So I'm like dancing all around again. Whose energy is this? That's mine. So weird. So I spent about a week playing with this, and just kind of dancing around, having a fun time, and it felt weird because it felt like there's magnets everywhere that I can't see, and I'm the magnet too, and I can feel when the magnet's repelling or when it's attracting. And I'm just, for the whole week, I just danced around my whole house, just waving this feather around like crazy. And every time my wife would come home, she's like, "Oh, you're doing it again, huh?" Yeah. And then it even started dressing me up in funny clothing. But I'll get to that point. Wow, this is getting more personal than I thought it was going to get to. That's okay. That's a good story. So, the next weekend, so it's been a week now. And my wife, since the salvia, been a week, hadn't done any medicine in the meantime, I've just been dancing around with my feathers, trying to figure out what in the hell is happening to me. This is just too bizarre. And so my wife was out at a dance workshop, and I was just home alone, and so I danced around my feather. So I ended up in my office, and I'm kind of sitting on the floor. So I'm sitting there like this, just sitting on my knees, and I've got my feather, and I'm just kind of waving it around in front of me, having fun, and it starts like really jerking around like this. And so I'm still talking to myself. So I just say, if you're gonna communicate, you gotta speak in a language I can understand. I don't know what this means. The feather just jerking around like this. So then the feather kind of smooths out. And so I'm still doing this sitting down. And it starts making clearly, very slowly, very deliberately, the shape of infinity. So I say, "Oh, God, it's you." And then the feather kind of jumps up like this. It's like, "Oh, that means yes." Okay, what do you want? So I'm still working with this feather, and then it goes and starts tapping the ground in front of me. So I'm trying all different kinds of things. I'm like, the ground, feathers, no. Okay, earth, no. Dirt, no. Carpet, no. I'm trying everything I can think of. I was like, okay, start again. So the feather goes like, infinity. I was like, okay, that's you. Yes. And then actually, I brushed my knees with this feather. And I said, ah, me. And the feather's like, yes. It's okay. You, me, cool. What? So then, we start again from the beginning. So feather goes infinity, then it comes over to me, and then it starts circling around, and I'm still down on my knees. And the first bit kind of circles down here, and I was what does that mean? And then it comes up right here around my heart and starts circling around again. Oh, okay. And then it comes up here in my mind, and it starts circling around again. And I just said, oh, you want to come through my body? Feather says, yes. Put the feather down. And I said, okay, I'm ready.
Oh my gosh.
And it was instantly 5-MeO-DMT just exploded. And I just, yes, 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 yes. And I just explode. And then I haven't stopped tripping since, actually. To be perfectly honest with you, that was 6 months ago. So, what happened through all of this, in my body, me personally, was working with these different medicines, is that I was being energetically opened up by the medicines to be able, I'm going to use that, to be able to perceive this energy and maintain my composure within it. And that took a great deal of vibrating. More vibrating than I've ever seen anybody else do. But it didn't hurt. I mean, I just want to emphasize, it didn't hurt. It didn't always exactly feel good, because sometimes it was like rapidly convulsing, for like 3 hours. And people coming over to check in, are you okay? I said, yeah, I'm fine. And there was a lot of weirdness where I kind of felt like I was going insane, because I'm talking to myself, and I could talk in my voice, and then this giant big booming voice would answer me, and this weird stuff that happened. But anyway, that pretty much energetically opened me up. Just exploded.